I mean, why am I the only one talking about this phone? The Honor Magic 6 Pro. I'm joking, I'm not the only one talking about it, but I've done a couple of videos on it and I think it's great. And here are the reasons why. So I want to talk about this, the Honor Magic 6 Pro. I've done a few videos on it so far. I just want to do another one just because I don't think it gets enough love. A lot of YouTubers, a lot of creators and things like that have done a few videos on it but have not really gone in depth about why this phone is so good, and in my opinion why this phone is the best phone of 2024. So if you don't know about Honor, or you don't know about the Honor Magic 6 Pro, is that Honor's been around for a while. It was partnered with Huawei, and then all the things with China and legal processes and things like that made them part ways. So Honor is a standalone company in itself. It is a Chinese brand, but it's not under restrictions from the US, so it still is able to get things like full access to the Google Play Store, full access to American software, so American tech, things like Snapdragon, which is in here. Yeah, really good phone, really good phone that I don't think gets enough credit. So one of the flagship things that it tried to sell itself on was these. The 3 cameras on the back, but it's not just about the 3 cameras. Obviously, innovation, the way it looks, 2 cameras on the front, if you can see, is quite shiny there, I might have to close the curtains. 2 cameras in the front, a similar style to what Apple are doing. So it does have a depth of field sensor, so it's better with things like portraits. It's also more secure, so banking apps and things like that, you can use face unlock, and when you're doing tap to pay for things like that, face unlock, boom, and it works brilliantly. They haven't got to do the fingerprint sensor on the screen, which is still a great little feature and it still works really well. But because it does have a legit face detection, security is obviously brilliant. So yeah, it's not just about the cameras, it's not just about the technology, the speed of the thing, but it's just what Honor have done in this phone that have made it my standout. I bought it, so it's the only phone that I've been testing for this year, but I think it's really good, and I think it's a good phone. If you're looking for a new phone, it's a good phone for you to try. So the design and build quality of the phone, it's built like a tank. It's rugged, it's strong. There are videos of people doing drop tests on it because Honor said that the screen can withstand a certain amount of drops and things like that, and it didn't crack, it didn't do anything, and people were dropping it from some serious heights. But I'm not doing that today because this is my phone. I'm not giving it back, I'm not sending it back. This is mine, so long may it stay in the condition that it's in, which is perfect. Another thing that's really good, I know there's a lot of things about screen protectors and people ripping them off straight away when they get the phone, but the screen protector that came with this is brilliant, really good. And it is a film protector, so it's not a glass screen protector, but it's really good. I've had it since it came out. I'm not sure how many months it is, 6-7 months now maybe, and the screen protector I've kept on. I did buy a tempered glass screen protector, but I've not felt the need of changing it, and this screen protector that comes with it is really good, really good. It does have a few scratches and things like that now, but I've been using it daily, taking it to work, obviously keys on the trains and all stuff like that. So yeah, really happy with how the screen has held up, and really happy that they included this straight out the box. I know it's contentious and people don't seem to like curved screens. I've had flat screens, I've had curved screens. I was well in with the Samsung Galaxy S6, I think it was, that had a curved screen. That was the first one I got. Maybe, I'm not sure which other ones had it, maybe that I might have had. But this has got a curved screen. People say curved screens are dead in 2024. Come and try this screen because it's brilliant. It's bright, it's amazing. It's a really good screen. Yes, it's curved. Yes, there's some times where it's like, oh, you want to get over to that corner and sometimes you you get stuck if you've got a phone protector on it. But it's, by the by, it's minimal at best. I've had nothing but positive things with this curved screen, and yeah, they're not dead. 2024, 2025, keep doing curved screens because they work and they make the phone look better. So the screen is, I think it's 6.8 inches, so it's a big boy, big screen. But that's how I like my phones. I like my phones big. From the days of the original Galaxy Notes, that's what first got me onto big phones. And when I had that then, everyone was like, it's so big, it's so cumbersome, everything. People hated it because of the size of that phone, just blew a bubble. But then they got bigger, they got bigger, they got bigger. Apple tried to hold off on, we don't need big phones, and then Apple caved and they do things like the 15 Max. But Android have always been doing it, always been doing good big screens. It's not even that big, it's not that big. Fits in my hand. I can one finger type or one finger swipe. I do type with two fingers and I swipe with my thumb when I'm holding it like this. So the phone, the size of it, no issues. It's also water resistant, so you can take it, I won't go swimming with it personally, but you can go into shallow water and things like that. You can drop it in water and take it out and it still will work. Durable, good screen, yeah, good. So like with most phones nowadays, most premium phones, high-end phones if you like, they do come with OLED panels. This one does have an OLED panel. It is 120 Hz or maximum 144 Hz refresh rate. It can support HDR support and things like that. You can also view Netflix high quality videos and movies and things like that. You can also watch them on like Prime and stuff like that. It also has the best screen in regards to flicker. So this screen flickers at such a high rate that you can't see it. You can't see it when recording, you can't see it when you're staring at it. There's some phones, and even my watch, I've been trying to do recordings of the watch with the screens on. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. You can see the refresh rate as it's going. But with this, you can't. And that's really good for eye comfort because your eyes aren't straining trying to catch what it is. Whereas with things like that, your eyes are working overtime in the background, you don't even realise it, and that can cause fatigue. But with this phone and the flicker, you can't. You can't see it and your eyes don't fatigue. One of the really good things about this phone as well that I forgot to mention is its light sensor. Its light sensor is really good. You can be in bed at night and you can tap your phone to wake, and if you forget to set an alarm, say, and when you wake, it doesn't blind you. Obviously it lights up the phone, but it lights it up. So obviously it's still bright enough to see and you can see everything, but it doesn't light up the whole room and things like that. So that's a really good thing, and I did forget to mention it, so just putting it in now. This chip is a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, I believe it is. Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. It's obviously, because Honor is separate from Huawei now, there's no embargo, there's no restrictions or anything like that. So it's able to get these high-end chipsets, put them in the phone, and then they work brilliantly. I've been able to play power-consuming games like Asphalt 3. Just downloaded it for this video. I don't really play games, but it plays it no issues whatsoever. I've seen all the videos of people playing Genshin Impact. I believe that's a high intensity game for the phone, and it works really well. I also use it to make my shorts, and it can render them, it can upload them very, very fast, faster than some computers can. So yeah, the tech and the chip work brilliantly together. There is no lag on this phone. Honestly, no lag. I've not experienced any lag. I've not really experienced slowdown or crashes or anything like that. It's probably one of the most stable Android phones I've ever used. Scout's Honor. Another thing that I spoke about before, I think some brands are getting away with murder. This phone comes with 512 gigabytes as a standard. That's more than laptops, that's more than a lot of phones. Even the latest Google Pixel 9 doesn't have 512 as standard. They're still trying to squeeze you with the 128 and things like that, and I think that's a bit of a nonsense. I think it's a bit of a nonsense in computers. I've got a MacBook Air M2, and it comes with 256. So my phone that I carry in my pocket every single day has got more storage than my computer. Think about that. And the last thing I just want to talk about, I spoke about it extensively, is the battery. The battery, hands down, is the best battery I've ever had in a phone. Hands down. The battery and the battery technology, whatever they're doing with this battery inside here, is immense. It lasts a day and a half easy. Easy peasy. It could last 2 days at a stretch if you're doing very light usage, or you're just trying to drag out that battery to be able to get home and plug it in on charge. You can do it. I've had it on 10% for about 2-3 hours. If I've not touched it, it won't go down. To try and defeat the battery in a day is near enough impossible. You're not going to do it. I've told you, don't try it. But yeah, battery on this phone is immense. And yeah, it just adds to an already brilliant package. So big shouts out to Honor for making this phone. Buy it in confidence. Don't worry about it's not the leading brands. Don't worry that it's not an Apple or it's not a Samsung. Honor is an up and coming phone, an up and coming company, and they're doing good things. They've just released a tablet that looks really good. Really good actually. Something I might get, but yeah, it's a really good company, and this is a really good phone. So 2024, late 2024 now, it's still, in my opinion, one of the ones you definitely to get, or one of the ones you've got to look at, and you've got to put it in your bracket of phones to get if you're looking for a flagship tier phone. So obviously, if you liked all that, you like the video, you like what I've got to say about the phone, or even if you don't like what I've got to say about the phone but you just like the video in general, please like, subscribe, drop a comment, tell me what phone you're using, why I'm wrong, why I'm right, whatever your thoughts are about this phone, whatever your thoughts are about the phone that you've got. Maybe I can try it out. And yeah, let's get a community. Let's start speaking. Speak to you soon.